is rate of change and slope part 1. درسنا اليوم هو معدل التغير والميل الجزء الأول. Okay, so today inshallah we are going to start learning about rate of change of a linear function. What is the meaning of rate of change? The rate of change is how a quantity is changing with respect to a change in another quantity. Or simply, the definition by rule formula is change in y over change in x. You can write it this way, delta y over delta x, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. معدل التغير هو الفرق في y على الفرق في x. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. تغير في y على التغير في قيمة x. For example, مثال, find the rate of change of the function by using 2 points from the table. We can use and choose any 2 points. Let's assume we choose the first point with the last point. So the first point is 1 and minus 17. النقطة الأولى. النقطة الثانية ممكن 4 and 19. Any point, أي نقطة بيكون فيها x and y. It includes x and y. The other one is also x and y. You can assume that the first point is this one and the second point is the sixth one, or vice versa. You can exchange. No way. No problem. And then we will apply the rule. The rate of change is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Or we can subtract 19 minus the minus 17 over 4 minus 1. So it is 19 plus 17 over 3, which is 36 over 3, which is 12. If you choose another points, will you get the same result? Let's choose another points. We can choose those points. ممكن ناخد point ثانية ونجرب. x1, y1, x2, y2. 7 minus 5 over 3 minus 2, 12 over 1, which is 12 as well. They are the same. Since it's a line, it should have the same rate of change. Let's apply here as well. Let's choose any 2 points. We can choose these points. So we will choose x and y. So this is x. These are x values, and these are the y values. So the first point will be النقطة الأولى. هاي النقطة الثانية. 70 minus 60 over 8 minus 4, which is 10 over 4, which is 2.5. It can be positive, negative, or 0. If you know that the rate of change is positive, that means the values are increasing. Here they are increasing, as you see. If the rate of change is negative, that means the values are decreasing. And if it is 0, that means there is no change. Now, the other part is determine whether the function is linear. If it is, set the rate of change. How can we know the function is linear or not? We can simply plot the points, but it's not practical way. يعني إذا إحنا رسمنا النقاط ووصلنا وطلع خط، إذا هذا خطي، دالة خطية. ولكن هاي ليست طريقة عملية. It's not a practical point. So is there a way for doing that? Simply, we can find the change of y and change of x and check. We see here that 22 is increased by 7 to have 29. And here also plus 7, and here plus 7, here plus 7. The values are increasing by a constant value. And let's check why. From minus 4 to minus 1, it has increased by 3. But from minus 1 to 1, it has increased by 2 only. If you cannot do it mentally, you can simply subtract the final value minus the initial value. إذا ما بتعرف تسويها, بصفة سهلة يعني بطريقة منطقية وسريعة. You can subtract minus 1 minus minus 4 الثانية ناقص الأولى is minus 1 plus 4 which is 3. الثانية 1 minus minus 1 الأخير ناقص الأول which is 1 plus 1 which is 2. I will stop here. No need to check. مش لازم أكمل الchecking طبعا. مش لازم أكمل التحقق كاملا. So I will stop here and I will notice that the constant change in x does not correspond to constant change in y. هلا مش لازم يكون change x 7 و change y 7. لا، المهم إذا كان هذا التغير واحد متصل 7 مستمر على نفس التغير، لازم هذا إذا بدأ ب3 كله يكون التغير 3 3 3 3 3 3 should be the constant change. So here no, it's non-linear, not linear, and if you plot it you will realize that. إذا رسمته راح يطلع لك مش خط ثابت. So أول شيء انثبتنا إنه هذا not linear because constant change in x does not correspond to constant change in y. التغير الثابت في الإكس لم يقابله تغير ثابت في الواي. خلينا نتأكد من هذا المثال الثاني. Now 11 to 8 من 11 نزلت ل 8 so it's subtracted by 3. نزلت 3 نقص 3 كل مرة. It's subtracted by 3. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Okay, from minus 5 to minus 3 it has been added by 2. And here added by 2. You add 2 each time. So this is linear function. In this function we can say yes, it is linear because constant change of x correspond to constant change of y. التغير الثابت في الx كان يقابله تغير ثابت في قيمة الy. طيب, what is the rate of change here? The rate of change, simply you can divide the change of y over change of x. It is simply positive 2 over negative 3, or it is negative 2 over 3. Or you can find it using the formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we can choose 2 points. Let's choose the first 2 points. This is the first one, as we did in the previous example. And this is the second one. So x1, y1, x2, y2, and we will replace minus 3 minus minus 5, 8 minus 11, minus 3 minus minus 5, يعني minus 3 plus 5 over 8 minus 11, which is minus 3. So it is 2 over minus 3, which we have obtained simply mentally before. And this is because it's linear. Let's check our understanding here. Copy and complete the table so that the function is linear. If the function is linear, then the change should be constant in x and in y. Here, we notice that from the other direction, it has been increased by 0.5. So we can expect that this should be my x values. Now, from here to here, what was the difference? Simply, you can say the last minus the first point. So 1 minus minus 2.25, which is 1 plus 2.25, which is 3.25. So this 3.25 is the amount of change. So this is 3.25. It has been increased by 3.25. So we should expect that every and each value has been increased by 3.25. And this will be 4.25. If you check and add 4.25 plus 3.25, yes, we are right. We will have 7.5, and this as well. So we will add here 3.25 to our value, and it will be 14. Now we filled the table, knowing that the change is constant change of x. Constant change of x correspond to constant change of y. Okay, this is an easy example. Part 2, slope of a line, will be our next video. See you then, and goodbye.